To be human is to ask questions. The creation of culture, scientific methods, engineering, yet to come computational singularities, and all of the ideologies we praise and transmit from generation to generation are attributable to one phenomenon, the all-important occurrence of philosophical curiosity. Without it, we would not be human. Without it, given that all other variables affecting us were to stay the same, we would be more lost than we already are. It is the tool that has taken us from being a species that struggled to survive in the deserts of Africa to becoming intellectuals that transmit information through the air. The ability to ask questions has given us the ability to find answers. A saddening event is that of witnessing someone who believes that curiosity is a waste of time, that the only thing you need to be curious about is how to increase the number of figures in your bank account. This is a tragedy, one that brings with it a series of negative consequences. If your philosophical inquiry is limited to one or two topics, then you're less likely to improve on all of the others that are directly affecting your life. If I only care about my bank account and my academic discipline, then what will happen to my relationships? If I only care about my relationships, then barring the favors of others, how will I become financially independent? Every subject that you refuse to be curious about makes your world a little bit smaller, eating away at the possibility of you becoming a more fulfilled, well-rounded, and knowledgeable individual, one that has more to offer to yourself and to others. How much less would this world have to offer if Carl Jung didn't care about psychoanalysis and software engineers didn't care about software? Along with philosophical curiosity exists another phenomenon that has the potential to take us from mere goodness to pure greatness. Here lies the phenomenon of obsession. Although it can prove at times to be unhealthy and even unnecessary, obsession has proven time and time again to not only be a catalyst for transforming the world, but it can also mean the difference between getting results and not getting anything at all. Ask yourself whether or not Michael Jordan's name would ring a bell, or if SpaceX would still be an existent company were it not for obsession. Obsession seems, to me at least, to be a self-evident mathematical truth. There's a difference between shooting 100 free throws and shooting 1,000. Just like there's a difference between working 40-hour weeks and working 80-hour weeks. Obsession, measured across time and across the billions of individuals who have ever existed, proves to be a catalyst for change. But all is not well and good in the world of obsession. For evidence of such a claim, look no further than Sir Isaac Newton, the man who was the main reason for teens all over the world being scared shitless to take their calculus exam. It's unlikely that he would have written mathematical principles of natural history if not for the long hours and days he spent locked in his room. Such a lifestyle uses time that you will never get back, time that could have been spent living another lifestyle. It's commonly said that Newton never married and died a virgin. And those who say that he was a mentally ill genius who never got around socially are missing the point. Obsession comes at a price. Obsession takes time. Thus, people are often left deciding whether they are willing to accomplish something incredible in return for the time it takes to do so. And of course, philosophical inquiry in general can have negative side effects. Sometimes it is accompanied by an existential crisis, as well as the general frustration that seems to occur when people notice that they may never get the answers to questions which at times seem absolutely vital to living a fulfilling life. Not to mention the absolute dread of receiving knowledge that in hindsight you would rather not have had in the first place. And although some consider regretting knowledge a weakness, I can empathize with those who feel the shock of knowing something horrible. So with that being said, take into consideration that both philosophical curiosity and obsession are tools that should be used in accordance with one's personality and one's goals. Remember to take this video with a grain of salt. After all, I'm no better or wiser than you are. I'm the Modern Ape. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe.